Troops neutralize terrorists, rescue kidnap victims, recover arms in Katsina. 5 dead, 4 injured in Abuja road crash. Federal government announces May 15th for 2024 Hajj inaugural flight. Another foreign scene, schools officers shot as heavy rain returns to desert UAE. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Shegun Ojumu. We begin with news that troops of the Nigerian army deployed for counter-terrorism operations in the northwest in conjunction with a team from the Nigerian Police and Katsina State Community Watch Corps has neutralized terrorists at Amusa in Amusa local government area of Katsina State. Authorities say the troops engaged the terrorists in a fierce gun battle, resulting in the neutralization of one terrorist and the recovery of some arms and equipment. According to the Army, the successful operation led to the seizure of one AK-47 rifle, 2 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition, and a motorcycle. The troops also recovered a bag containing 4 empty magazines and a power bank, potentially used for communication and explosive devices. The military high command says it has concluded its long-awaited investigations on the bombing of innocent citizens in Tudumburi village in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. It also said 2 officers of the Nigerian army who were found wanting about the incident will face court-martial, saying the operation shouldn't have happened in the first place. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, disclosed this at a press briefing at the Defense Headquarters, Abuja, on Thursday. The military drone bombing mistake resulted in dozens of casualties and injuries to residents of Tudumburi, Ugara and Sabangida after they converged at Tudumburi to celebrate the Maulud on December the 3rd. Up next, the FCT Police Command has handed over 5 kidnapped children and 2 suspects to the Sokoto State Police Command. In a statement by Police Public Relations Officer FCT Command Josephine Ade, the 2 female suspects, Kulu Dogonyaro and Elizabeth Oja, were arrested in connection to the trafficking of 5 children. The suspects who attempted to escape arrest from Sokoto police operatives were intercepted and arrested by the FCT police operatives at Kagini Junction, Abuja, while suspiciously conveying 5 children into the Federal Capital Territory. The FCT Police Command have now handed the suspects and victims over to Sokoto State Police Command for further investigation and onward prosecution. Now, as part of efforts to improve synergy between the Nigerian Army and state governments, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, visited Adamawa State to discuss areas of collaboration and cooperation. Receiving the Army boss, Governor Amadu Umaru restated the commitment of his administration to improving security across the state and the northeast region.
My arrival, the brigade commander has briefed me on the security situation in Adamawa State, the gaps and the challenges being experienced by the brigade and the Army headquarters staff are already at work on how to address these challenges and mitigate the drawbacks that are being experienced by the brigade. I've been briefed on the security situation around Gombe, Karkida, and the northern Adamawa flank. And also, we have briefed me on the need to put an eye on the situation in Noma. We will take all this into account in reviewing our operational strategy in Adamawa State.
some of the operations the army are doing today are very unnecessary, because we find ourselves at crossroads. We find ourselves declaring war against ourselves in the country. The army have no choice than to come in to ensure that there is peace and stability in the country. Be that as it may, we have challenges in Gombe, Perkida axis. We have challenges in the Bay areas of the northern zone. And equally, we have more challenges in the Normal Federation. This has to do with the farmer herders. And I believe establishing another command there to assist in reaching out to some of these troubled places will help in bringing stability generally in the state and in the country. And if that is done, I think the state government will also ensure that it provides its own quota in ensuring that we provide accommodation, we provide logistics and whatever that is required to make that place operational under the 23 brigade.
The Anambra State government has arrested one Uzochukwu Okoli for giving out his underage daughter's hand in marriage. Mr. Okoli was apprehended after his daughter reported to the State Ministry of Women and Social Welfare about the ill treatment from her father and the man he forced her to marry. The media aide to the State Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, Chidema Ikanyu, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday. Ikanyu said the girl, identified as Chioma, who is currently 16 years old, told the ministry that after the death of their mother, their father brought her back from Edo State where they were going to school to take a husband. Chioma, who also came with her elder sister, explained that life with the said husband has been, quote, a living hell, as he beats her and sometimes urinates into her mouth after beating her, adding that such inhumane treatment made her run away with her 9-month-old baby. Her father, Uzochukwu Okoli, on the other hand, claimed his daughter is 18 years old and at another time said she was 20. Mr. Okoli, when he was arrested, threatened to deal with the daughters if he made it out of prison and urged them to pray he dies in prison. If not, he will make life more miserable for them when he is released. The events of Friday, April 26th, involving a Toyota Sharon bus have come to light with distressing revelations. Loaded with 9 passengers en route to Gwagwalada, the journey took a tragic turn when the vehicle carrying jerrycans of petrol erupted in a devastating explosion, and this led to 5 fatalities and left 4 others with severe burns. Now, viewer discretion is advised, as some may find the images in this report disturbing, as Amina Ibrahim reports.
Benjamin Edie, a survivor and a tailor at the Garkis ultra-modern markets, can recount the horrifying experience in vivid details, underscoring the urgent need for stringent road safety measures.
The first one was Sapuga. I tell her, why they drive like this now? You don't talk anything. All of us inside car, they shout, we take them easy now, smooth. Nobody say they go far. And the man, as all they talk like this, I close my head down to press my phone. Before I know, I hear the boy hit the gutter. After he hit the gutter, when he stopped, now the car catch fire.
The tragic loss of Murjanatu Zubairu, a 400-level student at the University of Abuja, and Dandy Michael, a dedicated staff member of the National Biotechnology Development Agency, deeply grieves their families and loved ones. Their relatives are undoubtedly grappling with the profound sorrow and devastation caused by these tragic accidents.
I entered night mode, reached here yesterday. When I reached, I called the lady. The man come to my brother's house with me that I should follow them University of University of Teaching Hospital. When I get there, I see they show me dead body, maybe they are host that the way I just see the dead body, only a finger that I used to see him with the long nail. I checked because he was already born. All the face can't recognize the face.
Happy to Nigeria is that what is going on like this? The federal government can do something tangible, or I don't know whether they can drop a sum of money to the hospital account in case of this emergency like this. So some like this, if you don't have anybody, that's it. That's all about it. So I'm appealing to federal government, they should help and do something about that. If something happen like this in an accident, we believe nobody pray to have an accident. So federal government will do something so that if they bring anybody emergency like that, they will start the treatment before the family members will come.
The whereabouts of both the driver and the vehicle remain unknown as confirmed by the Edo Division of the Nigerian Police. Despite attempts to obtain further information from FCT Police Command PRO DSP Josephine Adi, no comments could be secured regarding the incidents. Amina Ibrahim, Trust TV, Abuja.
Very tragic loss of lives, and we wish those who survived quick recovery. Now, this is a news update on Trust TV coming up after the break. Kaduna workers lament over economic difficulties, insecurity. More news when we return. Do stay with us. Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, this is a news update on Trust TV. Let's take a look at our top stories again, shall we? Troops neutralize terrorists, rescue kidnap victims, recover arms in Katsina. 5 dead, 4 injured in Abuja road crash. Moving on now, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, has announced that Nigeria's inaugural flight to Saudi Arabia for Hajj 2024 will depart on May the 15th. NACON's Chief Executive Officer Ahmed Arabi disclosed this on Thursday in Abuja. Habibat Ajayi has details.
According to NACON CEO, preparations for the 2024 Hajj are in full swing, with the organization of the first National Stakeholders Summit of Nigeria's Hajj and Umrah industry team, partnership, collaboration, and teamwork, the tripod of success for 2024 Hajj operations. Vice President Kazim Shettima, represented by the Special Advisor to the President on General Duties, Aliyu Umar, during the summit's opening ceremony emphasized NACON's responsibility in ensuring pilgrims' welfare.
Indeed, you recall my directive to the Commission in August last year that it is absolutely essential for the Commission to develop a robust mechanism to give us maximum success in managing Hajj operations from year to year. Also, that the welfare of the pilgrims is at the core of the pilgrimage, and as such, the Commission must give it the priority it deserves.
NACON's Chief Executive Officer Ahmed Arabi acknowledged the challenges faced by the Commission and emphasized the collective responsibility of stakeholders for a successful 2024 Hajj.
Alhamdulillah, I can proudly say that a total number of close to 65,500 pilgrims of the State Pilgrims Welfare Board, agencies and commissions, and the tour operators will be participating in this year's Hajj. The visa processing has reached advanced stage, and approved carriers are fully ready to airlift all the pilgrims from over 10 departure centers.
On his part, the rector of the Hajj Institute of Nigeria, Muhammad Nasiruddin Minturari, emphasized the importance of collaboration for a memorable Hajj experience.
Therefore, as we stand on the threshold of the 2024 Hajj season, it is imperative that we as a collective body serving the Muslim Ummah in Nigeria come together in a spirit of unity and cooperation, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us in Surah Al-Ma'idah, وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. We should cooperate in righteousness and piety, and that we should not cooperate in sins and wrongdoing.
The representative of Sultan of Sokoto and JAMB Registrar, Isiaq Oloyede, urged NACOM officials and Hajj operators to discharge their duties conscientiously.
In Allah, I have not created somebody as cannot punish. That is the summary of it. If you think you can do anything and go scot-free, not during Hajj, please, if you will go on Hajj, pray that if you will not have any reward on your return, may God not make you come back with liability or debit rather than having credit.
Meanwhile, NACON has announced that all Nigerian pilgrims will spend at least 4 days in Medina before commencing the Hajj rites proper. Habibat Hajayi, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Nigeria's economic and security woes have wrought hardship nationwide, taking a toll on citizens' livelihoods. In Kaduna, Workers' Day celebrations were overshadowed by lamentations from workers struggling to make ends meet, as their salaries barely cover their daily needs. Trust TV's Musa Bello reports on the stark realities faced by Nigerian workers and the urgent calls for change.
Workers in their colorful attires converged on Murtala Square to celebrate the 2024 Workers' Day. Before the event officially began, some of the workers expressed concerns over the economic difficulties pervading the country.
500,000 naira, it cannot meet your monthly demand at the moment.
Labor unions reflect on the burning issues affecting the worker amidst myriads of challenges in the country.
Gesture of constant engagement has given us freedom, and now, as the other person that pray the Muslim prayer say, we are no more scared, sir. But you see all workers working without any jittery, like we are very sure nobody will be sacked, sir.
The Trade Union Council of Nigeria is appealing to the government at all levels, sir, to rededicate their communities to fighting insecurity.
While congratulating the workers, Governor Obasani commended the strong relationship between the organized labor and the Kaduna State government.
As a comrade and veteran of the struggle for better working conditions for Nigerian workers, I will not rest on my oars until we agree on a wage package that will put smiles on the faces of our suffering workers.
Participation of the governor and other state government officials is historic, as no state government officials ever graced the event in the last 8 years. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
On the foreign scene now, schools and a large number of offices were closed across the United Arab Emirates on Thursday as heavy rains returned to the desert country, just 2 weeks after record downpours that experts linked to climate change. A lightning storm with high winds swept across the oil-rich country overnight, with more than 50 millimeters of rain falling before 8 a.m. in some areas, the National Center for Meteorology said. Flooding was seen in some parts of Dubai and the city's airport, the world's busiest by international passenger traffic, and cancelled 13 flights and diverted 5, a spokesperson said. State-owned Dubai-based Emirates and sister airline Fly Dubai both warned passengers of delays as schools switched to remote learning and public sector offices closed. But the rains were not on the scale of April the 16th, when a record 259.5 millimeters of rain left 4 people dead, blocked major roads for days, and forced the cancellation of more than 2,000 flights. On Thursday, little traffic was seen on Dubai's normally heavy 6-lane highways, and cars were abandoned on flooded roads near the sprawling Ibn Battuta Mall. Trucks pumping water were stationed in several flooded areas, as Dubai's drainage is often unable to cope with large-scale rainfall. British authorities have started detaining migrants as part of preparations to relocate them to Rwanda within the next 9 to 11 weeks. The government announced on Wednesday, marking a significant step in Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's immigration strategy. According to the government, operational teams within the Home Office have been working at pace to safely and swiftly detain individuals in scope for relocation to Rwanda, with more activity due to be carried out in the coming weeks. Officers were seen entering homes and bringing out people in handcuffs who were put in the back of secure vans in an undisclosed location. In April, Parliament endorsed legislation to facilitate the transfer of asylum seekers to Rwanda if they entered Britain without authorization. Newcastle have maintained their interest in Tosin Adarabioyo as free agent, but it is still not a done deal at this stage. This is according to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano. The Italian journalist said Adarabioyo is considering several options, adding that the race remains open, with Newcastle among clubs keen on signing him. As reported last week, the player will leave Fulham as a free agent at the end of the season, as he's already informed the club. On October 5th, 2020, with a year remaining on his contract, the footballer ended his 18-year association with Manchester City when he joined Premier League rivals Fulham on a permanent deal. The 26-year-old has made 20 appearances and has scored 2 goals for Fulham this season. Despite featuring at youth level for England, the player remains eligible to represent Nigeria. Carlos Alcaraz's bid for a third straight title at the Madrid Open was ended by Andriy Rublev. Russian 7th seed Rublev rallied from a set down in the quarterfinal to win 4-6, 6-3, 6-2 and break Alcaraz's 14-match winning streak in the Spanish capital. The 20-year-old second seed was aiming to become the first player to win 3 consecutive Madrid Open singles titles. Rublev will face American 12th seed Taylor Fritz, who beat Argentina's Francisco Cherundolo 6-1, 3-6, 6-3 for his 250th tour-level win. After a grueling win against Jan-Lennard Struff that lasted just under 3 hours on Tuesday, Alcaraz struggled to find his best form against Rublev. All right, and with that, we end the news on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs, and documentaries. I am Shegun Ojumume. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.